Did you hear him call somebody
No,
a bitch?
he was muted.
I thought so. Oh,
Yeah,
you had it muted. Okay.
yeah.
So before you guys assumed that we heard that, I actually didn't hear it until I got a text message saying, why were you laughing at him calling that name? I didn't even hear it. I'm hearing it from you guys saying he called her that. So please do not assume that we heard that, because y'all already know how defensive I am of everybody in my chat. So I'm going to tell you what I heard. I heard him saying a bunch of stuff, but not that. I heard a lot of disrespectful stuff come out of his mouth. But what I was focusing on was Perry mocking him and his behavior. And that's what I was laughing at, not him, because he was very out of control. So in order for me to even not respond to him and not act, y'all know how I am. I'm real quick to, especially stuff like that from men. I was actually focusing on Perry and laughing at Perry. I didn't even hear him say that. I'm going to be honest. I had to go back and think. I didn't even hear him say that. And I know he did it. I know he did it. So y'all need to hear that. He had him muted. And if you guys go back and look at that, I have the whole thing screen recorded. So I was going to go back and look at it in detail. Stop assuming people are hearing everything everybody is saying, especially when you're up here on screen. Okay? Because that's frustrating. Stop it. The four people that was me, Rebel, and Perry would not ever allow anybody on our side that's a part of our teams to be for another creator to call them out of their name like that. We are a team. We are a family. So stop it. That's getting on my nerves. Stop it.
I never heard that. I only heard.
I know you didn't, because I didn't even hear it, and I didn't have him on mute, and he was doing all that screaming, and I didn't even hear it. So
Right.
stop
I
it.
didn't hear that. I heard him say.
That's getting on my nerves. That's
I
getting
heard him
on
say
my
the dog
nerves.
walk part, and I muted him again.
I heard the dog walk part was enough for
I
me.
heard the last part when he said, don't big up your people, fuck your people. I heard that.
That was enough for that part was enough for me. The thing about it is
I
that
heard that part.
the reason why I was the one with the first game we played, and I told you and Rebel, leave it, don't do nothing else. Stay out of it. That was the only game I wanted to win, because he had cut himself off the screen and did not give my team an opportunity to get back to respond back to the mess that was going on the other day. After that, I didn't care what was going on. I wanted to get off the screen with him. So when I focused on you and you were talking to me and we were talking and you had him mute, I had stopped talking and I was not going to give it any more energy. I wasn't even hearing what he said, because everything that came out of his mouth was disrespectful.
Right.
I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear it, but I do have it screen recorded. And I was going to send that to my manager. So do not think that I will ever let him disrespect anybody directly. Please, y'all stop. Stop attacking him and stop attacking me.
I'm so used to tuning him out. It's like,
I know, but they think you're sweeping his behavior under the rug. That's not the case.
I felt like it was the same speech, but I didn't hear the bitch. I didn't hear that part.
I didn't even hear that part.
I never heard that.
And I wasn't laughing at anything he was doing. I actually was laughing at you mocking him, going crazy, because it looked a mess. Like nothing he did was funny at all. Like y'all know I'll defend anybody to stop it.
You see the thing is, and a lot of times I need people to also understand this, that people have this thing about the picking sides, and or they're expecting you to react a certain way. You guys have seen me come to Shishi's defense even without her on screen. You understand? And I'm a very diplomatic person, and I have patience till it cannot done. I will sit, I will hear your POV, I will disagree, and then I will move on. You're not gonna see me screaming back and forth with someone on this screen. I'm not gonna do that.
Y'all, I believe y'all put it in the chat what he said. I believe everything you're saying. I got a screen recorded. I hear it. I hear you. And I don't like any of it.
And ever since Shishi and I have gotten very close on this app, I've taken a lot of heat just by association, because I don't know what it is. She just ruffles a lot of feathers with a lot of people, and I've sat here and I have defended her on countless occasions. But at some point, right, you have to get to a point, and I'm talking about me, where it's just like, okay, you have your POV and that's your POV. That's not my POV, but I don't have time to entertain that right now because I'm not gonna go back and forth every single day because TikTok is not that serious for me. And it's also not that serious for Shishi. We have shit going on outside of this app that is real life.
Thank you.
I have real life stuff that happen outside of this app. I do not have energy to give to Ali, who clearly has nothing else going on. I don't have the energy. I don't know him. He's in a whole other country. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have time for that.
Let me tell you, absolutely, Perry. You don't. And I agree with you here, Perry. And you guys, some people in the comments saying you don't always have to be the bigger person. You can take that advice. But as for us, we can choose when we want to. We don't have to respond to everything. We don't have to respond. And you guys have to understand too. I'm in a program. I'm in the creator program. If I was to respond, they don't care how he's responding or how he's behaving. If I match that energy, they can kick me out the program, and it's against TikTok guidelines. I can't worry about them or him being able to stay on the screen. If they say you did something outside of those guidelines, or you didn't abide by the guidelines, TikTok guidelines, and you are no longer in the creator program, that's messing with my money, my funds, and my views that I get through the app. It's not worth it for somebody that can't control their emotions and lack of emotional intelligence. I'm not doing it. I'm going to sit there just like I was sitting, and I'm glad Perry said, do not respond to that. I'm not doing it. It does not mean that I want somebody to disrespect my team or to call people names. I do not condone that behavior. That does not mean that. So please stop it.
Yeah. And you have to also understand that a lot of people have a lot of things to lose outside of TikTok. Like sometimes it's just not worth it, especially when my mental state is, if I know you, I am now more equipped in how to deal with you. Because I would be a fool to go back and forth with someone who is always okay with looking like a fool. You're okay with that. Every single day, right around the clock, I would look a fool. If I know that's how you are, why would I come and stoop to your level now? I can't allow you to drain my energy like that. That's not, I don't operate like that. I'm sorry. I'd rather just say, all right, you know what, cool, big up yourself, do your thing, my boss, and we keep it pushing. Because sometimes it's just not worth it. Like, we would look so dumb, all three of us just sitting here screaming at this screen.
Sorry, Perry. Somebody says, so it's about your money and not the people. No, that's not. But however, if I sit on here for free, nobody's going to sit on here for hours for free. Check that. I care about the people that I talk to every day. I sit on here and I do care about the people that I sit on here for, but nobody's going to sit here for free. Thank you. Carry on. Go ahead, Perry.
I don't get that point. I don't get that point. What was the point they were trying to make? It's about
they're just trying to be confrontational, and I'm not hearing it. People are trying to record stuff to whatever. Like I said, I am in the creator program, and I have to abide by certain guidelines. I'm not sitting on this app for hours on top of hours for free. I create content. I get paid for my content, and that's what it is. Thank you. Go ahead, Perry.
Right. But yeah, you just have to know, and certain things are just not worth it. It's just not worth it. You know, it's just, we're alive. Tomorrow's another day. It's like life doesn't stop because someone on here had a fit. I will disagree though that the behavior is very disrespectful, and you also don't need to do that to earn, because there are a lot of people who have battles and put up big scores. You know, there are different personalities and there are different people, and you just have to know who you're going into a battle with, you know, and you have the right to choose who you want to battle with. You know, some people are not about the screaming at the screen or trolling or calling other people's teams broke. And, you know, if that's your thing, then that's your thing, you know, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, what you're doing is wrong and how you go about it. If I hear a thing that is your thing, that it's not my position to say, oh, don't do that. I can disagree.